3-mile high tour isn't just our longest tour distance-wise. It will take us to regions of Bolivia with the highest accessible elevations in the country. Your tour begins the moment you step off the plane in Santa Cruz on Sunday. We'll be waiting to pick you up with a clearly marked sign. We'll spend the night at a nice hotel just a few miles away in downtown Santa Cruz where you can relax and even take a swim. Monday morning after breakfast, we'll head about 20 miles away to our hilltop cabins overlooking El Torno to drop off our luggage. Then it's down to our base to get acquainted with our bikes, gear up, and set off on our first adventure, out into the Santa Cruz countryside. Just a few minutes into the excursion, we'll cross a hanging bridge that spans the Piraí River. On our way to Ambaró National Park, we'll pass through several small communities, beautiful citrus groves, and about 30 stream crossings. Our destination is a place called El Jardín de las Delicias, where we'll get to experience a series of breathtaking waterfalls and even rappel down one of them, before heading back to El Torno for supper and a briefing. After a homemade breakfast Tuesday morning, it's time to gear up and hit the road for real. Our destination today is the city of Cochabamba, the culinary capital of Bolivia, located in the Central Valley region. The road is a nice mix of pavement and gravel with plenty of great views along the way. On Wednesday, we leave the valleys behind and climb up into the high plains region. We'll reach elevations of more than 13,500 feet today. Today's destination is the city of La Paz, the highest capital city in the world. We'll check into our hotel, which used to belong to a former president, and then walk a few blocks to check out the modern-day presidential palace on our way to supper. Thursday is a full day. We'll leave La Paz to go explore the ancient Incan ruins of Tiwanaku near the border with Peru. Afterwards, we're back on our bikes again, pushing on towards the city of Copacabana on the shores of Lake Titicaca, the highest navigable lake in the world. Along the way, we'll ferry our bikes across the Strait of Tiquina. On Friday after breakfast at our hotel, just a stone's throw away from the lake, we'll change our mode of transportation and take a boat to the island of the sun, where the Incans believe the sun was born. On our hike across the island, we'll check out a museum and visit some Incan ruins and burial grounds. Then it's back on our boat to Copacabana to wrap up the day with a nice supper. We're back on our bikes again Saturday. After a nice morning ride back to La Paz, we'll spend the afternoon exploring this city with its interesting mix of cultures. We'll visit the Witches Market and a Coca Leaf Museum before having a delicious rooftop supper overlooking one of the main plazas. Sunday, we hit the ground running. We leave La Paz and keep right on climbing. Today we reach the highest elevation we'll experience on this tour, so expect it to be chilly as we reach the pass's summit with an elevation of nearly 15,500 feet, or in other words, about 3 miles high. From here it's all downhill as we tackle the infamous Death Road with its sheer cliffs and hairpin turns. We'll stop along the way for lunch and then do some incredible zip lining over the beautiful valley below. The last leg of the day tends to be a bit hot and dusty as we continue our descent, so we'll be ready for a swim when we reach our hotel in Caranavi. We'll put our off-road skills to the test on Monday as the road conditions begin to degrade as we cross the plains. We'll see a lot of cattle today as we ride through the ruts and bull dust on our way to the small town of San Ignacio de Mojos, today's final destination. We'll ride less miles on Tuesday as we press on toward our destination, Trinidad, the capital city of the Beni department, but the miles we do ride will be very memorable. On our way, we'll ferry our bikes across the Mamoré River and then be tasked with getting them up the steep embankment on the other side to reach the road again. Before heading to our hotel to unwind and take a swim, we've got a couple more activities planned for you as well. After so much dirt road riding the past few days, it feels good to be back on the tarmac again Wednesday. It's a relaxing day's ride, and by the time we check into our hotel tonight, we'll be back in the department of Santa Cruz once again. Thursday is our last day on our bikes, and we'll make the most of it. We'll enjoy a few last curves and cross the bridge over the Rio Grande River before skirting around the edge of Santa Cruz, and arriving back in El Torno by mid-afternoon with plenty of time to unwind and begin packing our bags. Even without our bikes, the adventure continues on Friday. We'll leave our cabins for good in the morning after breakfast for a day of exploring in Santa Cruz. Sampling some local food, souvenir shopping, and checking out a couple of markets are all things on our list of things to do today. After a proper send-off meal for supper, we'll take one last dip back at our hotel pool before calling it a day. Saturday is always a bit of a downer for us as we take you back to the airport to catch your flight back home. We hope you come back to see us again soon.
Bye-bye. See you guys later. Have a good trip home. Safe travels.